So, I want to share from the Zohar.com really interesting things about the body. So, it says that blood is a lot like wine. You have white blood cells and red blood cells. And you have white wine and red wine. The red blood cells deliver oxygen and removes waste, and the white blood cells are watching for disease, fighting germs and infections. And the Zohar teaches how Kabbalistically, actually this is the introduction, I think, from Rav Berg. You know what, that's actually, I believe this is the introduction from Rav Berg on Zohar.com. So this is inspired by the Zohar materials from Rav Berg. Okay. Kabbalistically, any disease form. So this is all derived from the Zohar in the ideas, but it's brought into these specific, even coming up scientific ideas from Rav Berg's interpretation. So Kabbalistically, any disease form is considered judgment. Elimination of disease, according to Kabbalah, is mercy. White blood cells are mercy and eliminate disease and judgment from the red blood cells. A rose can be white or red as well. Thorns represent judgment, and fragrance represents mercy. Physically and spiritually, the blood is purified, and there's removal of germs and infections as the mercy coming. Blood clots, other blood-related ailments will be healed, and wine itself, we think of is a rich dietary source of flavonoid phenolics, which are effective antioxidants that combat atherosclerosis, which is scarring or clogging of the arteries. The alcohol in wine alters blood lipid levels by lowering total cholesterol, raising high-density lipoproteins, which is HDL, levels, which retard and even reverse the formation of cholesterol plaque in the arteries. You raise the good cholesterol, it automatically lowers the bad cholesterol. These effects are merely minute physical manifestations of wine's spiritual power. We can drink from the cup of wine with our eyes by learning Zohar, arousing its blessings, and light drawn from Bina, which is the mother or the original feminine, from the left side of the body, or the restricting or the receiving or the edges or the vessel side, the receiver, which becomes the giver in the line up. It really means understanding. It fleshes out the spark of wisdom, the insight of light that comes from the higher levels. So light drawn from Bina purges the fury and vengeance that burns in our heart. Anger hardens our heart and clogs our arteries. Now that it's soothed and gladdened, our arteries are unblocked and cleared, and our cholesterol is lowered. Our hearts become filled with loving kindness and mercy, strengthening from this vital organ while cleansing our blood and of viral bacterial toxins, waste, microbial poisons. The mysteries of the angel called Metatron reverses the aging process and the decline of physiological functions. Cells are reverted back to their embryonic state, a stem cell, where now they're purified and free to repopulate, regenerate the human body. Externally, stem cells perform acts of biological resurrection. The immortal telomerase enzyme causes cells to divide indefinitely, instead of dying. The spiritual enzyme of telomerase flourishes in our normal healthy cells while vanishing from tumor cells. There is a middle point between mercy and judgment. Piously performing deeds of loving kindness, we are infused with loving kindness, and light from Chachma and Bina creates balance between judgment and mercy, our white blood cells and our red blood cells, and our heart and soul. This mitigates judgment and halts disease. Now, Shifra Fried talks about when things are getting overwhelming and in anger, right? She says, what do we have to do? We have to first calm down and then talk second. Because in relationships, people we love, we really don't want to be angry, right? So she talks about from the parenting side of it, and I'm going to share that I feel this applies in all ways, and especially with inner reparenting. So we're calm first and talk second. A flooded nervous system cannot learn. Talking while triggered often means regretting what was said in anger. So we pause, we take a deep breath. Pick a calm sentence like, I'm not going to have this conversation while we're upset. Let's talk in 15 minutes. Or I'm here. I'm going to take a minute. We'll figure it out after. I hear you. We'll talk, just not like this. Waiting until both are calm without breaking connection because you're not in a state of panic. Or even, I'm too upset to talk respectfully right now. I'm going to take 5 and then we can talk about this. This really changes up a historical pattern that could have been the set of explosion and bracing with lecturing and yelling. Trying to teach while frozen, aggravated, heated, or combative is not effective. Is not effective anyway. Plus the benefit of there's the benefit. So it's not effective anyway. So that's the benefit to pause, to do this in this way. But also, there's the benefit in being a role model for secure calming down. Connection before correction is an important way to think of this, which is that if someone feels controlled or manipulated, they do run away and close off. If they feel that we're both on the same team, then there's a much better chance of being able to influence them. Pausing this correction and becoming curious, like wondering genuinely. You ask what's really going on beneath the attitude, asking questions and speaking in a way that makes the person feel seen so they don't feel all you care about is fixing their behavior, but that you actually care about them. So you might say something like, you seem really upset, want to tell me what's going on? Or something seems to be really bothering you. Do you want to talk about it? I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Real influence is possible when the person actually drops their defenses and stops resisting your influence. And it's important also to recognize that you might want to start with like picking a small thing, not something that's like a massive trigger, something that's also repeatable, because repetition does create transformation rather than trying to do everything at once. Think of it as small baby steps. Otherwise, it is not sustainable and it doesn't work because it's not able to translate into action. So aiming for these small, consistent changes works even on hard days. Rather than aiming for perfection. So basically we're choosing a hot spot that's triggering and might be hard to handle, but just one. Like someone might have a bad, nasty tone. So she gives some examples, shifra Fried. I want to hear you. I can only listen when you speak respectfully. Please try again. And you use this as an anchor sentence and you don't wait, or you say something like, and you don't wait like, basically you don't lecture, get upset. You stay even keeled. You just keep saying it till there's improvement. So if the tone continues, you pause the conversation. Like you say, I hear you. I want to hear you, but I can only listen when you speak respectfully. Please try again. And if they keep lashing out, so you say, if you keep that tone, I'm going to have to step away. We'll try again. And when you say that tone, I have to step away. We're going to try again in 10 minutes and actually come back in 10 minutes. And this is how you build trust, but not by trying to fix the entire relationship overnight. And I want to share a quote from devarim 1, Deuteronomy 1, chapter 17. It says, do not respect persons in judgment. So we learn on Chabad.org, the interpretation is, it's forbidden for rabbinic Supreme Court to appoint a judge who is not versed in Torah wisdom, though the individual might possess other qualities like someone who's handsome, powerful, related to me, or lent me money, or is proficient in many languages. So in other words, we have to have someone who is able to be discerning. And we want to be able to keep that position, like we have discernment. So it's important that the person is, well-versed in Torah wisdom. And the Torah teaches us a lot about how not to hold a grudge and to be like, I think it's important, like, addition to what we're talking about. And I guess we'll stop here. And so like may we really be blessed with discernment, not to get angry, not to be explosive, and to have our hearts heal and our cholesterol spiritually and physically, and to have mercy from get inside, take away all judgment. Amen. Okay. Bye-bye.